Hey guys, welcome to the Othmerweizen Tavern. I'm Ben, otherwise known as Graph in game. Unfortunately, our last stream had some technical difficulties where the first half of the stream wasn't recorded, and maybe 1 or 2 minutes at the end wasn't recorded. Not really sure how that happens. Just one of those things. So because of that, I'm making this video, gonna give you a few points of what happened before our break, and kind of catch you up to the rest of the story so you can enjoy the rest of the video. So the party managed to finish their mission. Rakhal, with the aid of some of the Quiver's clerics, was unpetrified or depetrified, whichever one you use there. The party was escorted to the Quiver's compound, where they were given a room that's designated for Vincent's pups. We rested up, cleaned up. Kane visited an artisan to have stripes added to his cape, a stripe for every mission that he completes, so after every mission he would get a new stripe, and so on. Zuck visited an alchemist named Ratley, which we learned was a student of Helmut, which is a character that Graph and Zuck are interested in because of their Artificer background. Zuck was there to pick up some vials, and he was also able to impress Ratley by completing or pointing out a flaw in Ratley's potion, creating a stink potion, which he was given. The party then were to meet up with Vincent at a place called the Harness, which is a tavern. And on the way there, Kane was scoping out some of the more wealthy locals, their coin purses and whatnot. But while he was doing this in his inattention, he actually got pickpocketed himself, missing 2 gold. At the Harness, they met up with more jovial and off-duty Vincent, drinking with his longtime friend Helmut, well, seemingly longtime friend. Also at the Harness, they met a bartender known as Mech, which is a monodrone, sort of a mechanical construct that was repurposed to run this tavern. On Vincent's recommendation, Kane splurged on buying around on a rather expensive liquor called Azur's Piss, which can only be described as almost a liquid inferno, resulting in Kane vomiting all over the mechanical bartender, which Mech paid no mind, cleaned it up like nothing. After this visit, the party moved back to the compound to prepare themselves for the induction ceremony into the Quiver. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy the rest of the video. Really hope this doesn't happen again. So thanks for watching. Enjoy.
Welcome back, patrons. Hope we didn't keep you waiting too long. Hope you're all settled up and cozy. Have a beverage in your hand and a meal in front of you. Once again, thank you to Sirenscape using their audio program. Just the device I'm using right now doesn't seem to want to work with us. But anyways, other than that, yes, the adventurers have been walking through the city for the morning and have had breakfast and talked with Vincent and Helmut.
Special.
Had the Beverly Special, that is correct. Now for the rest of the day, is there anything else you guys would like to run around in town or look at, or would you like me just to speed up to the...
are you guys interested in gambling or looking at any...
I would just like to go refill my bolts. I'm missing a few from...
I want to go get some regular vials and train my mouse a little bit. I want to spend some time with little Tim.
Perfect. All right, roll me a animal handling check for little Tim.
Little Tim.
Anything special you want to train him to do today?
I'm wanting to
dance.
Like, I have a bit of like rope, and I want to like just tie an empty vial on his back, and just like try and train him to not freak out.
Okay. What'd you roll?
14.
He's a little skittish at first, but then seems to take to it and understands what you're kind of trying to do. Maybe a couple more times.
Cheese and whatnot.
Yeah, you feed him there, but you do make progress with him. And it looks like he doesn't really freak out. And
What are you doing with him, little Tim?
You know, just training him. Maybe he can become a little useful for us.
He doesn't really look like he likes that.
I know. It'd be cool if he had like a little backpack or something to just carry everything.
Well, maybe I can work on something.
That'd be pretty cool.
With enough training, maybe.
Ooh. Flashing some battle armor for little Tim.
Oh my god.
As for
look
just
at
some
Qatar.
normal vials, I may have been wrong earlier in the price that I've suggested, but it is, well, no, because you're part of the quiver, it is 1 silver if you buy from them. Sorry, 5 silver if you buy from them, 1 gold if you buy from anywhere else in the town.
Not 50.
But if I buy from the
Healing
town,
potions 50.
if I buy from the
Oh,
town,
so-
do I get just
okay.
regular vials?
Yeah.
Or do I
Oh,
get like
vials.
those perfect
Sorry.
like ones that Ratley had?
You'd have to purchase them through Ratley to get those, or go to the glass blower and
Oh,
somehow
okay,
say
okay.
that you know Ratley.
Oh, okay. So I'll just buy vials. From
But normal
quiver.
vials in the city are 1 gold piece.
Yeah, I'll definitely wait and buy them.
Yeah, buy them from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we head back up to the
Yeah, the
training
quiver.
grounds and
Perhaps.
is this ceremony meant to be fancy clothes, or are we supposed to be kind of adorned in our armors?
Up to you guys.
Oof. I don't know if I'm going to dress
Just
up.
going to say that.
I'm gonna clean the puke off my shoes.
Yeah.
Do you know where the
I'll
bathhouse is,
say.
Kane?
I will say
Absolutely.
that Vincent would have kind of told you guys a little prep for the ceremony, but he says dress however you want. Yeah,
No, I
just
like
dress
that.
how you want, and
I'm
not saying that you'll be judged or not, but
I'm gonna adorn my armor.
adorn your armor.
I don't want everyone
Kane.
like to be nobly
Yeah.
dressed all the time or
Okay.
just fancy. So I'm gonna.
So you guys are heading back to the compound.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kane, I noticed you trying to clean up my armor. That's fine. I was wondering if you could maybe take a look at it, and I noticed how you were dressed earlier, and it was pretty fancy, and I just don't want to look too rough at this
Well,
ceremony.
just a little spit shine, I think, could go a long way. That's all.
What's a spit shine?
Well, you get a cloth, like a polishing cloth.
Mhm.
You spit on the armor and you rub it out. And it gives it a nice shine.
Does that work on leather? This type of armor is leather armor.
Oh, I thought it was not leather. I think.
Well, it
would-
is rather dark. You can be.
I think you could
mistaken.
probably take out some of the dirt spots. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not really the best with cleaning up, so
Yeah, I
I'll
think-
try and I'll run it by you before
Sure,
the
yeah,
ceremony.
absolutely.
just
I
to
mean,
make sure.
the blacksmith cell at the compound. I'm sure would be able to help.
Don't really like people touching my
Okay, well,
things.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure what you will do is adequate. It doesn't look that bad right now. I'm just very picky, and I like dust off a little bit of dirt.
You probably know that they're like for leather and stuff like that. There's polish you can buy,
Mhm.
and then rub out all the marks and make it look nice and shiny for you.
Let's head back to the compound, sorry. Yes. The compound.
The compound.
Compound.
Okay.
Meet up with Cell, and I would like to get my armor from him. I'd like to inspect the cloak and see what he...
The armor and everything would be left in your rooms.
Oh, okay.
They'd bring it, deliver it. There'd be go in
Okay,
the door. You
cool.
walk in. There'd be it sitting on in your rooms. There's beds and chests and shelves and stuff. It's all empty right now because it's your guys' new little mini base, pretty much.
We have like a...
You'd have an armor rack to put all your stuff there. Yeah, you'd have a lock and key for it.
Does anyone know how to set detection or make a more complex lock to our compound?
I just
Our,
use my,
our
I just use my ears.
yeah, well, whatever. Saying when we're gone and on adventuring, I want the chests to be secure.
I can hear pretty
Well,
far.
I do know one trick.
You get the sense that like your
No one's gonna
quarters,
fuck with
no
it.
one will mess with. It's off limits to go
Okay.
steal from other members of
Fine.
the quiver.
How about I do this, just to be safe? Does anyone have any paper?
I have this half-burnt contract from...
Is there a piece of it I can take off? Just a small piece.
Yeah,
not
just a
much.
corner.
Rip a little piece, and we'll just when we leave, we'll just put this into the door.
oh, fair enough.
That way, if anyone happens to go in there, we'll know because the paper will be gone. It's a
Absolutely.
pretty simple trick that we used to do all the time on the streets.
I haven't used that one in a while.
Yeah, haven't had many doors to sneak behind, but
It's nice having
Yeah.
your own room.
yeah.
I adorn my armor and take a look at the cloak and see how nice is the handiwork from
It's well done. It's hard to even notice the damage that was done to it. He's fixed it up quite
In
miraculously.
the one strip from the.
There is
quest?
the one strip from your quest.
Nice.
Because did you specify for it? Like I apologize, I can't really recall. Did you specify that it's like every time you complete a mission, or is it every time you like kill someone?
No, mission.
A mission? Oh, okay, yeah.
The quiver,
So that-
or
yeah.
yeah.
A contract.
You'd actually have
A
two
contract,
little,
yes.
You'd have two little new bars that are on your cloak.
Oh yeah, we did the first one.
Don't forget, never forget the first one.
Vincent, Swell would go back and check, like, to see the documents that
Perfect.
you've been adventuring.
I adorn my armor, which is probably still nicer than the average Joe's.
So yeah, as you guys walk into the compound, you can see that there are quite. It is later in the afternoon. We're going to just kind of speed of time with you traveling through the city and everything like that. Getting there, it's getting closer now to dinner time, but eating your lunch and getting all your armor and everything all set up. In the compound, even in the courtyard, you do see a lot more, a lot more adventuring type people walking around. You can see this large female Goliath. It's just a walking mountain of muscle. Just everything's taut, and it's a shaved head. A handsome-looking female. But on her back, it's like tribal tattoos all the way down. Not tribal, I should say, but it looks like it's literally like tiger marks all up and down her back, and there's even this orange to her back that makes her look like a giant tiger back. Has the bandages wrapped around her wrists. You can see that she does have a leather kind of cloth going across her top half, and then she has this almost like a kilt style around her waist with this large buckle that has the face of a tiger on the front of it. Another person who'd catch your eye would be this dwarf that's walking around. He out of place because of what they mentioned, that the clerics in the Arcane Academy have their own kind of little induction into the quiver, because they well, I'll tell you about that later. Yeah, so it's actually weird to see this guy kind of walk in, and the reason why it catches your eye so much is that he's actually a clean-shaven dwarf. He has no beard to his face. His head is shaved bald. When you kind of like walk by and look at him, he does have eyebrows.
Not a monk.
So that when you get closer to him, he has a beard of sorts. It's more like an avocado beard. It looks like his skin has all been burnt underneath his neck. He's a little bit on the pale side, but you can see him walking. He'd be walking with this other guy walking in like a large duster jacket. Has these weird things on his hip. At first you think they're wands, but they have like a little handle to them, and then they're like cylinders, and they look like they're made out of metal and whatnot. You can hear a little conversation between the two of them. You make the sense that the dwarf's name is Cabell Shining Light, and this duster jacket tall guy is wearing like a gruffy auburn kind of beard, auburn hair, just kind of in all sorts of different directions. Things similar to like anime kind of Dragon Ball style, almost kind of hair. And that guy's name is Clint V. Dangerous. You can see them walking around, so you're getting the sense as you're seeing these kind of different adventurers. A majority of them are not like walking, except for the large Goliath woman. She seems to be by herself, punching the crap out of a archer's target. The other two are kind of chilling, and you can see them talking to what looks to be like a devil. Has red flesh skin, yellow eyes, these horns that go up along this black mane. And you can see that she has like two swords on her hips. So the dwarf and this human and this tiefling are all kind of gathered together. So you're getting the sense that the adventuring groups are all piling in, getting ready for the ceremony.
Some impressive people here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were the most powerful adventure group.
Oh, we are.
This is
Like your confidence.
This is that guy's name forever.
What'd you read?
Dusty.
Dusty. His name is not Clint. It is forever Dusty.
You'd get a little excited because now you're actually seeing a gnome run around.
Yes!
A gnome has these spectacles on, but these spectacles seem to be shaded a bit, so they look like sunglasses.
Yes.
He's blind.
You can see like a cloak around him. Looks like a little shady little gnome. Actually, with your perception check earlier in town, you'd think you may have saw him after the whole winking incident happened. Another thing that would catch all your eyes, because many of you haven't really seen any of them in a while, even in your hometowns and places of birth, you see a wood elf walking around, wearing green long leggings with knee-high boots. He's rocking what looks to be like a small ukulele or guitar or something like that. Has a long ponytail that goes down, and you can notice the ears right away. And yeah, he's wearing a brown vest too as well as he walks around. But yeah, seeing a elf out in the living, it's a sight to see. You know they're still around, but they've been very secluded in your growing up.
Standing in the doorway, going like,
just gawking at
Oh yeah, you're like, yeah, you'd sense that you guys thought you're the thing, but this is the place of adventures, and
we're basic. We basic.
Yeah, we're all behind you. I'll give you a little push. Come on, Kane. We're behind you.
no, maybe I won't make it a...
Yeah, so you see all this, like,
don't
just
turn to us.
that's just like an example of some of the guys you see that are, and women that you see kind of wandering around the compound. You can see some of them are wearing their armors, other are wearing like more of a, like an event kind of garments and whatnot. So yeah, you guys are in the compound, and we'll say that you guys have had your lunch, ate everything like that, and dinner time is slowly arriving. It's like at the sixth bell, about an hour. Sorry, every hour is a bell.
It's about 6 bell?
Yeah, it's getting to be about 6 bells. So you guys are stopping. You know,
Another bell.
The induction into the quiver is like a meal, drinks, and then it's kind of like you get to hear a speech from one of the higher up adventurers who's going to speak to all of you.
But while we're waiting, I'd like to...
But yes, now you guys have like
the
kind of
wood
like an
elf.
hour to kind of chill out and
I'd
talk
like
to
to
people or mind your own business, whatever you'd like to do. Start a fight if you want. Do whatever
Actually,
you want.
I'd like to find the most well-dressed person there.
Before we go in,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to turn around and
sees a
like,
beer.
I'm gonna take a look and be like,
Oh, hi!
I'm gonna take the ribbon off his tail and like tie it into a little bow on him, and then shove him in my little breast pocket.
I rub
Very
some nail
nice,
polish
very
on my
nice.
head.
Yes.
Then just do this.
So you
I
guys
would
are all.
have had my leathers all polished up, and I would have had my cloak one side.
Oh,
of
so you
it's-
did get leather polish?
I was wanting
Spit
to.
shine.
Yeah,
Spit
spit
shine.
shine.
Oh, you're gonna
shine.
do
Yeah.
the spit shine? So yeah, it looks all
Maybe
right.
I was gonna clean it
At
up.
first,
I don't really
it looks
know.
really
what
nice,
I don't really know
and
what I'm
then
doing.
it kind of
Dulls.
As it
a little bit.
dull-
dulls
Dries.
very quickly. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you guys are out in the air.
A little better.
It is getting late, and it's you're getting more accustomed to now that you're traveling more in the grass hills and not so much the mountains for you guys, or over by the more swampier area for Rothschild. Where you are in this location, the sky lights are amazing, like the stars and the aurora borealis that goes through, and there's still the two purple and red moons that are in the skies. Lights up. It's very very magical when you're here. Yeah, and it's just there's a coolness to the air, but it is getting dark. But there's always those red and blues in the sky that's hitting. But you can start seeing a few of the stars start to peek through the skyline. There are torches and braziers that are burning within the courtyard, so there is light for all you guys to see. You can actually see the wood elf is having these little balls kind of dance around as he's walking through around the courtyard, talking to a couple others. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people around.
I'd like to go up to the wood elf and
Yeah.
say, greetings, my name's Kane, in Elvish to him.
The name's Pixie. Pixie Driscoll.
Is that in common or in Elvish?
Oh no, in Elvish. It just rolls off the tongue. It's almost like you feel a little bit of arcane to it.
These are my friends and companions, Raquel, Graf, and Zuck. We are to be inducted tonight. Oh,
Pleasure to meet your group.
Yes. What group are you part of?
The Rock Sockers.
The Rock Sockers.
So you guys are hearing this dialect that, for some of you, probably sounds very beautiful.
I'm just entranced.
Yeah, you're entranced. And yeah, this guy's just he's very,
I don't speak.
it's almost like a desperado kind of style for him. He's just plucking away at these little strings on a ukulele, making it sound like a guitar.
Sorry, my friends don't speak Elvish. I thought it was just courtesy to...
I can speak
Start.
common if you'd like.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. I thought it was
He
polite.
speaks common.
Oh, no, I can understand.
So
This is
I take it he's
Pixie.
the posh one, is he?
Oh, quite indeed. I'm Raquel.
Nice to meet you. Shake your hand. There's very smooth skin to it. You'd expect some calluses like him ripping on this. But
Oh, you definitely bathe more than Zuck.
Oh, I do. I like to keep up appearances. Oh, a little ball busting within the group is always good to see.
Where are your members of the...
They're around
Rock
here
Crush.
somewhere. They're somewhere. Oh, there's the little bastard running right over there. And you see that he points out, and there's the little cloaked gnome running around. He's like, Demetrius. Kind of pokes up his head. What?
What was the name of the group?
The Rock Sockers.
Rock Soccer. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can tell, I'm a dabbler of the beautiful notes of the arcane, but I'm hoping to maybe dabble in some different styles or different techniques of fighting opponents and getting our missions accomplished.
What kind of techniques?
Similar to your friend over there.
Oh. I play a harmonica myself.
Oh, we should definitely hit out the jam sometime.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, perfect. Maybe after the induction ceremony we can do a little slam jam, as they say.
A duet, perhaps?
Oh, yes. Let's duet.
Propositioning you?
And then you see the gnome kind of come up, pull down his little shades there, and looks at it. He's like, "What do you want, Pixie?" And he's like, these are other people being inducted today. This is Kane, Raquel, Graf, and Zook. Hi, I'm Demetrius.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Fellow gnome. How are you?
Good, and you? I saying Gnomish?
Oh, he speaks another one there. And, he asks
Wow.
you in Gnomish. He's like, "So, which one of your friends' pockets is the fattest?" I know one of them's a little light.
Oh, no.
I'll lean over and Gnomish is like, so it was you.
It was. We saw him come into town with Vincent, so we assumed he was another adventurer. We just thought we'd get the jump, start a little friendly rivalry with your friends, yeah.
Oh, a rivalry, huh?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Did you, take us or something?
Well, that's a challenge for sure. I'll make sure that we do get tarred up.
Oh, that's a thing?
Oh, it is? You haven't heard?
No.
After the induction ceremony and after our trainings, we get given the same mission or quest, and then it's up to whoever party completes it first is the winner.
Oh. Well, doesn't that just make things interesting, eh?
Oh, it is. It's very interesting. This is going to be quite fun. It's all in good fun, as long as whoever we're trying to help gets help, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do say we're not allowed to inflict wounds or hurt anybody, part of the quiver. But if the Watchers are not around, then what can they report?
Interesting.
Perhaps we should speak in common now.
Yeah.
No, this is way too much fun. Your friends look very confused. I like confusion. Then Pixie kind of peps up a bit in Gnomish. And it's like,
shit.
yes, Demetrius, these guys would be too easy for us to pick on. Let's just be friends with them. No rivalry needed.
I would agree. I would rather us, help each other out.
There's a couple others. Wait till we meet more of these arcane dealers here. Then we'll have some really fun to compete against.
Look forward to it.
Oh, I do too.
Should be quite a bit of fun.
Oh, it is. It is. And then the gnome pipes up again there, and he's like, "There's a couple other gnomes running around too. We should maybe talk with them if we are so inclined. Gnomes have to stick together, right? And you see this shady-looking gnome with his little spectacles pulled down, like rubbing elbows with Zook now, like they're best buds.
Oh yeah, do you know their names?
Do I know their names?
They're the gnomes' names.
Oh, the gnomes' names? Oh, yes, for sure. You want Tick Willy? Tick Willy's around here somewhere.
Are they all part of your gang?
Oh, no. They're a part
They're
of
just
the other
other
adventures.
adventures?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They got a good cull this year, I guess.
No doubt. I haven't met many gnomes where I'm from.
Oh, no? Where are you from?
Rothschild, and you?
Rothschild. Pixie. Rothschild's people. Good to know. Good to know.
Bad.
Anyways, we got to get ready for the induction. Come on. We got to go meet up with Thad. We'll be back. We'll see you guys in the dining hall. It'll be fine.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Who's the most well-dressed
Ooh,
person there?
most well-dressed.
Didn't like that.
Cabal seems that dwarf with the avocado beard, even though his face looks really messed up. He's very well dressed. He's in these white robes that just kind of illuminate the night's air. He'd be well dressed as well as. Oh, actually, standing up above the courtyard, because you're in the keep, kind of, there is like a defense wall that kind of juts into the city. You can see what's not really guards, because everyone looks their own style and class, but you can see a couple like imposing figures kind of walking the courtyard and looking. But looking around in the courtyard, you can see some people attempting to be very well dressed. But once you kind of glance up and look at the more the vertical level going around this walkway up above. You'd see a guy wearing a dark green kind of jacket with puffy shoulders to it, a little frill around the neck, long kind of golden-like hair that's just in curls, big barrel of a chest on the guy, has a big cane that has a shining diamond that is looking over. He's wearing red gloves, taut black pants to this guy. He is well built and a chiseled jaw to him, and he has the curled mustache with only a tiny little soul patch right there underneath. I'm looking up at him, just the fine stitching and just decorative kind of ensemble he's wearing. He looks like somebody of great importance.
I'm gonna walk up to Avocado Beard and say, "Who's that
Who is what, child?
up there on the
Up
catwalk?"
there,
Yes.
and down below is Morden's touch. While working in the forge, I was touched by Morden himself. Morden is a well-kept and well-dressed man, or being of this world.
I'm sorry. I'm more referring to the fellow dressed in the green.
Oh,
the diamond cane.
Oh, the diamond cane. That is Hector.
Hector.
He is going to be the main speech giver.
Ah, very well. And sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name is Cabal.
Cabal, and you're part
Shining Light.
What group are you part of?
Oh, we are part of the Dangers.
The Dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because you get into danger?
No, because my comrade Clint likes to take charge with his little mechanical wands.
Interesting.
Have you seeked out Morden?
No, I have not.
Morden is good and great.
I will put some thought to that.
Forge burns of hot fire.
What? My name's Kane.
Kane,
Yes,
not a child of Morden.
not currently.
Oh, that is a
This
shame.
is Raquel.
Raquel.
Graf.
Who are you
Right.
introducing to us now?
Cabal. My new friend Cabal. He's a follower of Morden.
Yes,
And
Morden.
Zuck.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine to you, for I see you have great armor and an interesting gauntlet. Was that forged in the forges of Morden?
No, it was not. I made it
That
myself.
is a shame.
I've never heard of
Morden's
the...
touch is a good blessing.
It's good to know.
It is,
I'll
it is.
take note
Who
of that.
is Morden?
Morden? roll a religion check for me.
But I know who Morden is.
You can roll.
Religion.
I don't know why I didn't have this in my
Yeah.
-1, 10.
7.
7,
10.
10,
8.
8.
I didn't even roll.
You didn't even roll?
Doesn't give a shit.
With
Religion
your 10
crap,
cane,
nothing
you know
like
it's a
that.
dwarven god. He's more of the god of creation. You're a little foggy on what the symbol was, but you do get the general assumption that it's more or less a good kind of deity that is followed. But that's what more.
That's good.
This is a good deity of creation. A lot of dwarves who are in the forge, and some tinkerers, and as well as people who create stuff or make things.
Good.
Yeah, the deity Morden. With a 10. Yeah, that's all you. Actually, you would know that for a while it was mainly a dwarven deity, but it seems in the last so many hundred years that everyone's kind of accepted Morden.
Oh.
Not everyone, but people
Right.
have who create and stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Cabal.
The pleasure
The
is mine.
ceremony is supposed to start soon, I hear.
It is start, I believe, when the bell rings for the 7th time. We
I,
will all gather
I
into the
slowly
healing
like,
areas.
start,
And you can still hear him kind of talking off to himself as he just has this weird, I want to say fanatical, but just a very determined stare most of the times.
It's got like a mission.
Yeah, you always see him kind of always like he's seeking what he needs. All right, so
So,
anybody
wait,
else? Yeah,
I'm gonna go to.
Come up with a name.
Oh my god, I was just about to say that.
We are the losers.
We don't have a new group name. Everybody's got cool names.
I
No,
heard
not
someone.
Raquel and the Danger.
I heard someone
the
over-
Basculus bastards, please report to the dining area now.
That's not us.
And you can see like this, a large group out there, not just really like 4 guys. You can see like
Just call ourselves just
a
foursome.
party of 6 people also reporting in.
The pubs.
People are just calling
The
us
pound?
the dirties.
The dirties.
The pound.
No, that's just you.
All of
Oh
us.
no.
So pups having a good night tonight.
Oh, Vincent.
Vincent creeps
Christ.
up behind you.
Vincent. We're trying to come up with a name for our group. Can't
Not
just
important. Wait till the moment strikes. And then
fine.
you'll know your name is written in stone.
All right, I was going with the foursome.
The Basculus bastards are in a little trouble from their last mission, so they need to be talked to.
Oh.
What about what's your take on the
Not the word.
What's your take on the foursome?
Pardon me?
The foursome.
The foursome.
That might be our name.
That's a terrible name.
That's not,
I do
that's
not
gonna-
agree.
not a good
Helm
name,
told you about the Tinkerer's Tickle, didn't he?
Oh, and the gold butter.
Yeah.
Or gold
The
oil.
foursome's a special at that place.
Oh! Well, we could also be a special.
So, Vincent, what happens after the induction?
Oh well,
I've been hearing some
Halbert will
things.
give his spiel to you. It's kind of just a honor code, just to make sure that you guys are on the up and up. Don't be alarmed when you walk in. There is a glyph you have to walk over. It's just detecting any kind of things that we should be aware of. I sense you guys have nothing to worry about. He kind of flips open his eye patch real quick and looks over at y'all and then flips it back down. But after the induction, you will begin your training for 210 day. And then after that, one of your final tests before you can just be, how do I say it, out on your own.
Kicked out.
That's it. Anyone who does break the rules of the quiver, we do have a way of disciplining them. Those that do not accept the discipline, we do not, unless they mean harm to the civilization here, we will put them in the gallows. But if they just do not fit well with the quiver, we send them on their way. We escort them to the borderline, the borders of our province, and tell them to make life elsewhere, not to cause problems for us.
Are we the only people you're currently watching?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay. Quite a mixture of
There is. Some of them may not make it through the training. Some of them in the next part training, after training. The next test for you gentlemen. It's supposed to be a surprise, but I say a little preparation never hurt anybody. But you will be teamed up against a counterpart that will have to compete to get a mission or a quest or some part of business that needs to be taken care of. And whoever does it fast, efficiently, and strikes true is usually the winner of the party.
Is this no bar, like nothing held back kind of mission? Like, can they interfere with our mission?
There is a guideline that no harm should be dealt to another member of the Quiver. Does not necessarily mean you cannot be slowed down. Some groups have deterred, put in false information, or have bribed other people to lie to them. There has been cases where there has been some attacks, but as long as it's not to the death, usually there's not a severe punishment.
And that's an okay practice to bribe information givers, and that's all right.
What you
Or
need
is-
to do to complete your
Right.
mission is up to you. But as long as you do not reach beyond your means, as well as take more than what is offered.
Very good.
So you get the gifs of kind of how he says that is like if someone offers you a reward, you don't try to be like, oh, come on, we did this, give us a little bit more.
Right.
But that's the general sense. And it's all about kind of an honor and code, as you can just tell it.
I kind of
And the respect
what I
that
wanted
you
to-
see of other watchers and
I-
adventurers kind of acknowledging each other.
I imagine it's
And Vincent also has 2 gold to give you.
Sweet. Is this for the bottle or from the theft?
That's from the theft. We know who did it.
Oh, I still have no idea.
I kind of
so-
just like look at Grav and laugh.
Thank you very
I'm
much
laughing
for getting this back.
Yeah, in Gnomish.
So does
What a weird.
So does Vincent.
Oh shit! Everybody.
Not Raquel.
Yeah.
Or Kate. Not
Raquel
Kate.
just like,
Come on.
what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, at that instant, you can hear the other bell ring. Or the bell rings 7 times, and Vincent says, well, now it's time, gentlemen. Sorry, time, pups.
Bird.
Yeah, bird. Well,
You're an
fuck,
alcoholic,
I've been hanging out
Vincent?
without a helmet all day. It's just been killing me. No. Before he goes in, though, he looks at everyone really quick, and then he kind of settles his one eye on you. After the induction, Graf, it's up to you if you want to bring your friends, but we need to go see the Oracle and discuss something we saw.
Interesting. Did you say, can the rest of them hear that at all? That's fine.
Gas. You say gas?
Gasp.
In no.
Gas.
Yeah, in
Gnomish.
So,
What a
but yes,
foreign noise.
I've scheduled an appointment. We'll be talking
Did he
with
just squeak?
the Oracle himself, as well as his new apprentice, which is Lady Gracie. So,
Oh,
please behave.
Nova.
Nothing to worry about.
Excellent. I know. Kind of looks at Kane for a second and stops and keeps an eye on him for a second.
What?
I'm going to give you this warning that if you do go with Graf, Lady Gracie is a sight to behold, and I would like you to keep your mannerisms in check. I've heard what you were screaming at them bard fuckers that were coming here, and you seemed a little excited about naked women.
Well, I'm sure you know my
Gracie-
background. I can hold.
Even
Respect.
though she doesn't consider herself royalty, she is royalty. She's second in line to command Abreth. So,
I won't mind my manners. I promise you that.
perfect. I'm sorry that I had to bring it up to you,
No.
but
That's all right.
some pups just don't know what not to do.
Very well.
Anyways, gentlemen,
One last thing. How do I look, Vincent?
spectacular.
Open thing. Show off little Tim.
Little smile. He's like, Helmut will approve. All right. So you guys end up going out of the courtyard. You can start hearing the bells start ringing from the upper tower in the keep. These big red doors with this black brace to the door kind of opens up. There's 2 big iron handles that you hold on to, and you can tell that not tell, but when you see it, like when you go to hit these big iron rings that are getting pushed open. You can see that they look like kind of an arrow kind of style to it, and you kind of look all over, and it seems like small details of arrows in these big giant doors as you come through. There is a large red carpet that goes up, very beautiful, very long, and looks very expensive. You can see these long rectangular tables that like sit probably anywhere from 20 people, 10 people in each side, and there's just rows and rows of these tables that kind of go up to these stairs that elevate up. There is a railing across, but there seems to be like kind of a podium or something that speaks there. You guys walk in.
My head is held very high.
Very high. There is a seat there is a seat for the four of you in the front. There is also a seat for the four of you somewhere off to the right side middle, and there is a seat for you guys in the far back.
To the front.
To the middle.
This is
I'm
a
just
group
gonna start
collective. This is a collective group decision.
Oh, Raquel just starts walking to him.
I sorry. All right, two of us in the front, two of us in
to the
Yeah.
to the front.
I
we
You
guess
go.
guys want to sit separately? Okay.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
I'm walking towards the middle to go.
Yeah,
sit
I'm
down.
going to the middle as well.
All right. So you get by a couple of people there. You can see there is a group of guys with
I'm
like
going to sit in the front.
you two are going to sit in the front.
Okay.
All right. Just roll perception checks for me as you guys go to do this.
Nope. Shit. That's good.
That's
I think that's a 12.
That's a 22.
Sorry, that's a.
14.
Oh, that's a 6.
14?
Oh, that's even worse.
23, actually.
That's an 8.
Graph, as you guys kind of go off to the middle, you see the other two guys go to the front. You can see Vincent, who's kind of following behind you guys, just ever back so much, has a little perplexed look on his face for a second and watches you guys go in two different directions, like kind of shrugs it off a bit, and then he goes and walks up another set of steps that's not too high up. It only kind of elevates up to about 4 feet or so, and then you can kind of see him standing around these railings. As you guys go find your seats and sit down, you guys in the front are kind of more or less looking at this thing that's elevated a bit. The stone, it's all well crafted stone on top of stone. You can't even see the mortar in the middle. It just looks like they put a whole bunch of these gray stones on top of each other. The railings themselves have like an archway in them, and there's like several little tiny arches, and then this nice like it looks like one sheet of stone that kind of goes across and curls at the end. This podium is of a kind of an ash oak look to it. There's like the veins all up and down the wood. There's large pillars and columns that are stationed for support to hold it up. But when you guys sit down, you realize that there's actually 3 other levels to the keep, and they are all kind of filled with pretty intimidating looking different classes and different races and females, males, all different races. You can see a couple as you look up. There's a couple gnomes like that are getting up with a couple halflings that stand up beside them as they're all peering down on a full kind of dining area. And there you see the guy you saw with the cane kind of starts walking up to the podium. There you can actually see where he's walking to the podium. There's actually a table that sits there. You can see one big guy in blackish, it's kind of black and then kind of grayish steel and then black again, all in kind of stripes. And the armament to him looks very intimidating. There are little spots where there's like little gold dots on each thing that just kind of manufactured. Graf would probably get excited seeing this kind of armor crafted like this. Custom seat. You see him sit down beside this well-dressed the herald guy that you guys saw outside. Sitting down near the front, you can hear you're sitting beside a half-elf, actually, who's sitting there kind of staring it in, and she gives you a nudge. Has blonde hair pulled back up into a tight braided ponytail going back. She gives you kind of a nudge, Kane, when you sit down because you're in your armor, right?
Yep.
Okay. She gives you a nudge, and she's like, "Take it, that's Nova Helt, the leader of Abreth."
Ooh.
He's sitting beside Harold, and they seem to have dinner. As you guys are like kind of looking around, you can just start seeing these servants come out and place down meals in front of you. The servants themselves actually look like they are trained in some kind of skill or style. They lay down big poultry birds for you guys to feast on. There's like different buns and foods that are all sitting there. You guys sit over on to your right in the middle, on the right to the middle. Funny enough, the other two seats don't get taken up. You see a group that kind of sits down. Are you guys sitting across from each other or sitting beside each other? Or?
I think we would have sat across from each other.
Sat across from each other at the table, so there's still like 4 spaces or 2 more spaces and then another 2 spaces that are empty. And at the end of kind of this table, you see a whole bunch of guys come sit down, all in like black, not leather, but black cloth. They look very,
thievish.
not thievish.
Cultish.
Think like Darth Maul kind of style, like sit down, they all have the gloves on, and they sit down, and then they all look there, all bald.
Part of the Shadow Clan.
Except for one of the guy has a tattoo of like a claw coming up across his face. They are all white males, all bald-headed. Their eyes look very ghostly, like kind of. And they all sit down beside you guys. Not beside you, but still away from you, but that's who's sitting at your table.
Okay.
They don't talk, they just start going into eating.
Nice.
What are we eating?
Eating, there's a whole bunch of different assortments of ham. There's big pies, of meat pies, and like kind of shepherd pie styles. Pretty much anything that you have a hankering for. There's fruits laid out, as well as vegetables all sprouted around. The spread is amazing, and there's just a quietness to the air. There is just everyone's kind of eating, not knowing what to expect, and everyone's kind of conversing with themselves. Not really sharing enough except for this half elf that's talked to you.
Do you think we should probably sit with those guys? I didn't even notice them walk up there, but
I just kind of went to my own place.
yeah,
Perhaps.
I think there's only one chair left. That's what counts.
No, they have 2 chairs that are across from them that are still
for
out
their-
there.
yeah,
for their table.
For you guys, it's just this little half elf female kind of slid over to you. There's still 2 seats unless you guys are sitting across from each other. But she seems to. She's by herself, actually. You don't notice anybody else kind of
Half
sitting
elf,
with her.
you said, sorry?
Yeah, half elf.
I try to greet in Elven again.
Okay.
Greetings. Or,
Nailed it.
that's great. Greetings. How are you this night?
She replies back in common. There's no need for that.
I always try to be polite to.
What, Elfkin?
Yes.
Get you killed around here, sir.
Oh, well. My apologies then. What's your name?
I didn't give it. She stands up and walks away from you.
Woo! I'd like to say this time when we walk into the table.
I don't know. You
I don't
guys
know,
didn't
we
notice
didn't-
that you guys-
Oh yeah, I wanted.
didn't
to
I thought
finish
she
your
liked
conversation.
me. I liked you, but now I know
Didn't
she
finish
loves
your
me.
conversation. Did you guys want to get up and
Yeah.
sit
I
there?
think we should. We'll
Yeah,
grab
these
our,
guys
we'll grab our
intimidate
plates.
the fuck out
Yeah.
of me.
So as you grab
Gotta
your
wait for these
plates,
guys.
a loud voice booms over the room.
Wanna-
Greetings,
Oh, sit back down. real fast.
adventurers and other kinds.
I think we should probably just stay here. We'll sit back. We'll sit back down quietly.
Sit down. The shadow guys that you guys are looking at, like, all look at you and just shake their head.
Oh no.
Stuck in the middle of the cafeteria.
Yeah, you guys got a little bit away from your seats.
Yeah.
Heard the big
So
voice.
the PA system turns on.
So, and this, the guy who's speaking is the guy in the dark green jacket, the red gloves, the cane in front of him. He's kind of holding it by the podium to kind of support himself. Speaks, and just there's no like arcane magic to him speaking. It's just the acoustics in this place are awesome. Here, pick. Let's rip out one. Sorry, got a little carried away.
Pixie.
Yes, greetings. So you all think you have what it takes, right? Going kind of like everyone's like just in shock, looks around.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get all this ceremony bullshit out of the way. You have chosen to better yourselves through the membership in this guild. You have proven your merit and your worth through the tasks we have provided you. See, give a wink to one of the ladies in the crowd. She doesn't accept it well. Come to prove your honor and work, and your efforts will be rewarded with riches, reputation, and esteem with the guilds. But also remember, any reward that is presented, do not overreach. Do not ask for more. Do not let greed crumble your honor. No matter what race nor expertise you choose in your path, remember to always strike true. And you hear a couple guys in the crowd, strike true! As they hold up their glasses. Yes, strike true and honest. Let those who cannot defend themselves seek sanctuary and hope with our aid. If the reward is given, then the reward is respectfully accepted. But never more than offered. Here, little grumman.
That's okay.
You are now arrows of the quiver. You will be trained, and work will always be provided to you. Your freedom is yours. All that we ask from our teachings is that it guides you down a path of honor and respect, not only for yourselves, but for those you want to help. No deed goes unrewarded when you're part of the quiver. Yes, some of the quiver may need some of the payment just to keep these cogs turning in this beautiful machine. But when the arrow is reached out of the quiver, do not deny. Let the archer show you the target, and let you, the arrow, fly true and strike. Now all together. Strength for the weak. Strength for the weak. Justice for the fallen.
Justice for the fallen.
Honor through action.
Honor through action.
I can start to hear people like do a steady chant of like strength for the weak, justice for the fallen, honor through action. And then you hear him just give one last thing. We are the arrows from the quiver. We will always strike true. And he grabs his tankard and just slams her back.
I'll do the same.
Awesome.
Like a good swigger.
So you get that, and they kind of just go through like thanking the watchers for looking over for who has been seen. You guys in the front, though, see a halfling run by. Roll a perception check for me, because you guys are in the front.
Oh, yeah, nice. Another 6, so that's an 8. 12.
12.
Sweet, nice dude.
You catch the tiniest little whisper of the halfling that kind of comes up beside him. And you can see Harold kind of still like, everyone's cheering, and he kind of leans over. And because you guys are right near the front, you can hear over the kind of chants. He's like, you hear the halfling be like, something has happened at the Arcade Academy. The speech was not taken so well. He spoke ill of everything. He has been apprehended. The Arcane Academy will not be joining us tonight, nor will the clerics of all of them. So, well, that's quite odd. What? He's like, do not draw distraction. I will talk to Nova, and Lady Gracie is known, and measures have been taken. And then he kind of runs back. So a quick little conversation. You just make out that much. There's a little bit more said, but that's pretty much what you get out of it. Kind of goes back. Harold goes back to like, well, I like the martial types, the range types, and also the alchemists and the tinkerers.
The alchemists and the tinkerers!
Roll a persuasion check for me real quick. Or performance, what you'd like.
No, you suck. Do it.
Suck.
Get it.
What the fuck?
20 not nat, though.
Not nat. To your surprise, the back rows behind you, you can hear these little voices, some little hands, and doors all stick up. Let us take a run! Let us create such beauty! You hear like a lot of cheering, and you got like all these guys amped in the back.
I'll raise my drink to them too, just so.
Awesome. Everyone gets pumped. They go through a little bit more formal styles like that, and then he says, "But for tonight, enjoy each other's company. For your training begins tomorrow. You will train for 2 10 days with your assigned trainers."
Just kill it.
Sorry.
Performance check.
And then,
One.
after your training is complete, your first tasks will be given. And then, hopefully, when you return from those tasks, you will be here for the ceremony of the Great Leaving. As many of our more experienced adventurers must go to Dunninhill to help them out and do what the Quiver does best. His honor.
Strength for the weak.
I was trying to write the other.
Yeah,
one
I
down.
didn't catch
Strength
time to
for the
write it
weak.
all down.
You say strength for the weak. You hear another voice from the large female Goliath. Justice for the fallen. And then you hear the Cabal Shining Light, the avocado beard dwarf.
Yeah.
Honor through action. And then everyone starts chanting again, and then all of a sudden you can start hearing out of like nowhere, like you don't see a band playing or anything like that, but you just hear music, kind of just as drums and little riffs going through, and it's just a very, I wouldn't say like tribal kind of beat, but just something to get everyone kind of going. Maybe a Queen song, We Will Rock You, or something like that. But yeah, it's just there's an emotion, there's songs playing, you can see people. CALJOURNIA love. Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, the state that's sorry. Sorry, patrons. I'd go into it, but I can't. When they meet the bards, you'll get to hear some of this stuff. So yes, the induction has been complete. There are some people walking by. You can see that Vincent actually stops this one robe guy. The robes are all in like a darkish blue and greens. You can see them handing out things to.
When he stopped talking, I would have been like, "Do you want to? Now that they're done, do you want to?
Yeah. Perhaps
sit
we
with
should
them?"
go see.
Yeah, we'll get up and go.
Get up, and as you guys get up, Adventure! Yeah, you guys can see like other people are getting up, and like there's a couple of two gnomes kind of walk by, and they see you, and they're like, "Have fun!
Yeah!
Yeah! Take room for life!" You see them throw up some gang
Got a
symbols,
tat.
and they kind of go around. The one gnome you saw has these like weird glasses like embedded into his into his face. It looks like they're molded or part of his flesh or something like that, but they kind of go in and out. What would be the word I'm looking for? Like not monocles, but more like almost like microscope kind of.
Telescoping?
Yeah. Telescopic. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are the tinkerers and shit. Artificers. Yeah, a couple of them walk by you, friendly, saying, "You make it over to these guys." You guys all sit down, and then you can see Vincent has kind of seen where you guys are all at now, nods his head. You see him stop one of the robe members, and he starts making his way over to his table, but he hasn't quite made it over there yet. You see him talking to a couple other people.
That's quite the ceremony.
That was exciting.
Yeah. Did you hear what he yelled?
Yeah. For the Tinkerers!
He's pretty,
And the Alchemists!
pretty popular.
Did you hear me
already.
start the chant? Our slogan? Strength for
I
the
did.
weak?
That was
I
you?
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was you.
I thought I got some brownie points, but I don't think anyone noticed. So
He also fell in love.
I did. I don't know what her name is.
You scared her off already?
Well, I don't know if it was me or...
Perhaps we'll find her at the brothel later tonight.
It might have been the no eyebrows guy. But
Oh, don't put this on me.
We can maybe fix that up or something. I might have
I need to talk to Vincent. I meet Vincent before he gets to the
I
table.
feel like I need to talk to Vincent. He's like, "Yes, pup."
Yeah. Did you catch the lady that was sitting beside me? Over there. A half-elf lady. Golden locks.
Half elf? Not even that I know of any of the adventuring groups have half elves in them.
I love this girl.
Are you sure? Golden locks? Alright, fine.
Describe her to me. Maybe I can see her around.
Oh yes, please do, Kane. Explain her to us.
Was she like
Imaginary.
Was she
Yeah,
hot?
she had blonde, very attractive, very petite though, like
Nice.
not small like a goblin or dwarf or anything like that, but even for like a half elf or even a human, she was like more of a just small height to her.
Petite.
Petite.
Beautiful.
Yes, very half elf and her human genetics. Yes, she was gifted. She's a very gorgeous looking individual.
Petite, beautiful, golden,
Very
golden
hazel
locks,
eyes.
Hazel eyes.
No, I haven't seen her.
I want to see her.
Even Vincent's like giving a look around.
Damn it, she got away. Had her this close.
Well,
I'm just
boys,
joking.
here is a gift from the Quiver to you. Now that you guys are arrows,
Yes, please.
he removes this very velvet-like cloth, very fuchsia color. Opens it up, and you can see that there is these 4 pins that are circular with a little harness of a quiver for arrows, and there's 4
nice.
arrows stuck in them.
Okay.
And he hands you these guys this pins.
Okay.
Like, wear these with honor.
Arrow pins?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is your special segment, or regiment to you guys. These can be used to communicate with one another. Only you
Nice.
4.
Interesting. Perfect.
And you guys can communicate.
Hello?
Yeah. You get a
Roger,
little
Roger.
hello.
Do you have it turned
Is
up
it like
way too
is it a
loud?
telepathic thing?
No, you have to whisper into it.
But how do you
a
hear
whisper goes through. You click on it. You hold it. Talk into it.
Yeah.
It's like a communicator. Like,
But so like is it play
Is it
out
a
loud?
speaker?
Like other
no,
people
it won't
hear
play
it?
out speaker later.
Oh.
Sorry, it's like you have earbuds in it.
Oh,
and it
okay.
hears to you. You'll hear it
Okay. No, no.
telepathically.
Perfect.
But in order to communicate
Right,
to it,
yeah.
you have to say
Okay,
it
okay.
aloud or very softly.
I was just like
And either way you
Yeah,
say
it's
it,
like
like very
picturing
loud.
us in a dungeon.
Yeah,
and just
very
like,
loud
"Hello?
thing. And there are some there are restrictions on it. It's only within a mile.
Right.
But if you guys are in like how Zook just said, a dungeon or something, and the walls are very thick, or you guys are on different levels, it might be hard. There might be some
Feedback. Interference. Right.
if that's what you want to call it.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
believe
trying to
these
break someone out of
artificers
jail.
here, especially Graf,
Someone's mic
maybe in
breathing
the
in.
gets more training under his belt, you might be able to amplify these. I've seen a couple of groups do it.
I'm already kind of trying to figure it out. I'm like,
It's weird. It looks like there's no components to it. I'll roll an investigation check now.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, is it the system?
14.
If you see him getting all cautious, you can roll assistance. So you can either roll advantage, or do you guys want to do it?
I'll
That you
roll.
roll and you roll.
Yeah,
You roll
I'll roll
advantage.
advantage. Ooh. 18.
18. Upon closer inspection,
Yeah,
you
I
do
think
see
it's-
these 2 little glyphs in the back of it. So these look to be more magical, not mechanical. But it does seem to be hollow on the inside. Like you can kind of shake away
Yeah.
to it. So there might be able to be something you can open up, put in, close up.
Interesting.
But yeah, it looks like you can have some
Thank
fun
you,
with it.
Vincent,
Cool.
for these
Thank
very
you very
nice
much.
pins.
Well, that's just an induction present.
Is this where we part ways, Vincent?
No, I'll still be around. In fact, yeah, I'm going to be keeping a little eye on you for a bit. I have a special request.
Gonna take more notes, are you?
No, I'm done with the notes. Maybe one day I'll let you read that.
Please.
Graf urinates for 20 minutes. Weird.
He'll say, finish up here, and when you're done, meet me in the back. He kind of points just to the corner near the doors.
Sure.
Do
I'm ready now. I'll stand up.
you want
I-
to take them with you, or you want to go by yourself?
I won't stop them, but
the Oracle, right? Before we
I wanna
leave,
go.
I want
Yeah.
one fucking thorough, Hawkeye search for that. I'm assuming the half-elf lady is
You
gone.
gonna stand up on a table and look
Yeah.
around, or are you gonna get up on one of the balconies and look down?
How
You
far
can-
is the balcony?
Balcony's up about every
No, but is
12
it
feet. No, there's
how
like
long do you
stairs.
get up to it?
No, not long at all.
Okay,
Like you'd have to walk
yeah.
here. You'd be going where the kind of the
No,
more
no.
intimidating looking guys are and girls.
No, I'll
like-
stand up on the
and
table.
females. Yeah. All right, so you just can stand up at the
Yeah.
table. All right.
Okay.
No. Roll a perception check.
He's checking to see if you fall through the
what are you doing, Kane?
As you stand up on the table,
When it matters!
you hear you. We're looking for some love. for love. The power of love. Once you stand on the table, though, first of all, you hear a couple other guys like, they're all like shouting out, like looking at all this thing, and then they, a couple other of them get on the table. So all of a sudden you're like, oh shit! You're having a hard time picking out where this, where she went.
Yep.
But it's almost like you time this just perfectly, because just as you stand up on the table, like take a look and get frustrated with everyone else looking around. I don't know if you're getting frustrated. But you can just spot out that going through the doors to leave the place is the small half elf that's what leaves. And she's like about 60 to 80 feet away from you as you out the door.
I'm gonna.
You just catch like literally the braided ponytail that she had going up.
I say, there she is, like kind of like hastily, and I start taking off towards her.
Where? Which way? Point. I sprint off.
Already gone. There she is, and I just keep going. Just quick.
Just let him be. You can handle it.
Yeah.
I'll stand
I
up.
don't know. I don't follow.
As I'm walking, test.
And you guys hear it like a test. It's almost intrusive
Where are
at
you?
first, but then it kind of.
We're going to go to the Oracle.
Yeah, well, just hold on. I'm just going to quickly see if she's around the corner.
All right. So as you kind of run past the door, Vincent sees you walking, and he's like, "Yeah." And sees you guys coming up behind.
Yeah, I would walk up to him.
He's
All
looking
right,
for
Jack.
his girlfriend.
That if I can speak from experience, that'll just get you into trouble, boys.
Imaginary. We don't know.
Oh, she was real.
You get out in the courtyard. There's like the brazier still lit. It's a lot less packed in the courtyard. You can hear the sound of just joy and hope coming from behind you, just from the party that's going on. You walk out, look in the courtyard. Don't see anything.
Is she there?
Did you find her?
Would you like to proceed more?
Well, I
or
would just like
investigate?
to take a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
And take a look, or are you like scoping hard?
Scoping.
For something? Scoping. Roll an investigation.
There
She gone.
She gone.
Yeah.
You do catch her footprints.
That's that 3.
Minus 1. You catch her footprints for a second, like you're looking in the ground, and then you get just a weird aroma. Not a weird, sorry, but a very almost like seductive kind of smell really quick.
He's gonna go around smelling people.
And kind of like look over, and you can see that the footprints go to the wall, and then they're just gone.
Weird.
Literally like walks up to the wall,
He's like a dog.
and then they're just gone.
A weird
My heart's
Cinderella situation.
My heart is taken, swoon by this lady. She's giving me an accent.
Did you
But-
find her?
You're
No,
speaking more
she-
noble now because he's all.
She left. She's nowhere to be found.
It's funny seeing you.
Maybe the Oracle? No. Let's go.
But no.
That's not what we're going
Yes,
for.
I know.
You see me just
Graph's information first. Let's
take
go.
my earpiece out. I'm just like just hanging.
Graph's information first. Let's go. and meet back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought I wrote it right here.
Imagine it's the fucking sister.
All right.
Shit, I already broke your first rule.
So, Vincent, if you guys are all ready to go, he starts walking you through. He's like, we need to go through the city. We're actually going to go to the Arrowhead Island. Speak to the Oracle.
Oh.
Be respectful.
No worries.
They know we're coming.
I hope so.
You'd be surprised what the Oracle sees.
Oh God.
So
people
after
for
walking
20
through
minutes.
the city, it is still during the 10
It's
days, so
improving.
the flower market's not closed. The flowering market is not closed. You can still see tents, and there are some lanterns and lights. There is some people still shopping late hours, but it seems like they're about to start closing up, setting down. You make it to this part where you can see that there are the first time you've seen a couple of them when you've come in, but you can actually see guardsmen standing there in the guard attire with the quiver symbol on them, which is similar to the pins you guys have. They have the helmets that kind of come down, block with a nose guard, but it kind of fins out to the side. They have the padded leather underneath with all their chainmail, as well as just like half plate. They see Vincent, they give him a nod. You guys kind of walk up the bridge. And now being on this side here, you can see where the temple is further down south, this little island. In every kind of stained glass, there always seems to be a different kind of symbol. There's one of just the quill in the eye. There's the hammer on an anvil. And you can tell that that's kind of the temple of all of them. There's the portfolio side shot of a silver dragon, not silver, sorry, platinum kind of dragon-looking creature, or lizard creature. But yeah, you kind of get a quick, oh, that's Church Volume. And then you see this large spire tower that's all just pristine white with little gray strips going up it that lead to a blue peak at the very top. And then lo and behold, as you kind of walk past that, you can see this very the craftsmanship as well as the stonework that is the keep is very similar to what the castle is. You can see that there are 4 spires that go up, as well as a middle rectangle piece that goes up in the middle that kind of has the blocked out notched kind of guard wall that goes around. There is some water that kind of comes in and forms a moat around the castle. Vincent, however, walks you over to a large oak tree. Walks you over to that. You see him kind of look around real quick. He's like, hope your discretion and secrecy is on par with this.
Absolutely.
worries.
Sorry, but I phrase that kind of horrible, but he's just asking you to be
We know what
quiet
you're
with
saying.
attention.
Vincent.
He kind of pulls out what looks like a
Arrested
tiny
notes.
branch, and he finds like one little knot in the oak tree. There's several knots in there, but you find him just kind of pick one real quick, and all of a sudden,
1 out of 10.
as the tree molds open.
Oh.
You guys start descending in, and now you're kind of in the arrowhead. Even for the island, you can tell that there is like a catacombs beneath it. It is some type of sewer system, or just a catacombs of different tunnels and different things. You don't know if it's meant for like mechanical purposes or to do it out, or if it's just some form of defense that's underneath. He continues walking, taking these turns, and as you go, he'd have a torch.
Can I
you'd be
try
fine.
and make like a mental map of like how to get out if I needed to, or is it pretty straightforward?
And there's a lot of twists and turns in here.
Okay.
He gets to one point, but what's your intelligence?
Pretty high. My intelligence is
Oh
16.
yeah, 16. So you can kind of get the gifs if you had to get out of here.
Yeah.
You can figure out. But as you guys came through the oak tree, it kind of closed on you, so you don't know how to get back out.
Yeah, that's true.
He walks you in for a bit, and then like after several minutes of just kind of twists and turns, walking down some spiral staircases, and kind of just the dark light in this area with his just torches, all kind of gray stone. But once you get down to this next level, there's a blue glow kind of just cascading off the walls and whatnot. You don't know where the source is coming from, but there's just a blue glow to it. And then he kind of snuffs out his torch for a second, and then he's like, kind of similar touches something on his leather, and he's just like, huh? Yeah, just a second. I I'll get him to the next. Yeah, okay, cool. He's like, go ahead and hang your next left. There's a room there. Just wait. The Oracle will be out to see you. I have to just go check on something real quick.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it should be. It's just we're close to the Arcane Academy right now, and they need help transporting someone really quick. The Oracle will come out. Don't be alarmed by his eyes. It's a little offsetting, but he'll put everything into motion. He'll ask the questions he needs. Just be honest. That's all I ask.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a few moments. So he kind of takes off backwards. Not walking backwards, but goes the other way.
Moonwalking.
I pictured a moon.
You guys follow in. If you guys choose, or you just want to wait there, he says he'll be back in a second. But he says if you go up and take the first left, you'll enter in a room.
I'll walk.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
walk.
If Graf's going to continue.
Okay, so you walk into this room that's about probably 30 by 30, and the the corners to the room are rounded. You can tell that there's you can see that there's like it's an intersection. There's left, right, and straight ahead.
And that's where the recording cuts off there. And it's only a few minutes before the end. The party does end up meeting the Oracle and proceeding to tell Graf that they need to speak and ending the session there. So I'm sure we'll get a good recap in the next episode and next stream, which if I think correctly, will be tomorrow. If you're watching this video right when it's uploaded. So, hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're going to stay along with the story. Thanks for watching.